So it's recording now. All right, let me share the screen now.
Sudarshan Swamin was going to attend the meeting.
What did you say?
Sudarshan Swamin. That's what you had said yesterday.
See, Sudarshan Swami, I don't think so. Ram, I think, was taking notes actually. Sudarshan, he may or may not attend. But Ram said that he would attend and he would take notes. That's what I thought. He was continuing, he was doing some work on the notes.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
it's okay. He has to look at the recording, that's all. Okay, just a second. Just a second. Okay. See, Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Namaha, Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Hayodhana Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanam. So here we talked about the second page. The, uh, the idea was to understand Khanda Veda, the topic difference between the Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa, which is mainly Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. That was the idea. And I also did some studies on it. So that's what we studied in the second paragraph. And there, I just will make a few points so that you understand. I'm sure you already know this. For in the Shankara Bhashya, the Karmakanda is Pravritti Marga. Pravritti Marga only leads to wealth here and in the next loka, Pitraloka, and even for Shankaracharya, even attaining devatas is karma kanda. Even though it is Archiradi Marga, it is known as Krama Mukti, and that is not really truly Pradhana Mukti. It is not the main Mukti. The main Mukti is only by knowing Aham Brahmasmi, knowing that all this is superimposition. And that is why even to start Vedanta studies, they have to give up their other ashramas where they were doing karma kanda, yajna yagadis, karmana pitralokaha, vidyaya devalokaha. Even the upasana and karma related to devatas and other the pitras, they're all, even though they are pravritti marga, they are not going to give you mukti. Yes, there will be no return from births and deaths in the Devayana Marga for them, but that is known as Krama Mukti, and that is not the highest Mukti. The highest Mukti means they have to walk away from everywhere, then practice Shama Dhamma sadhanas, that is mind control, control of senses and everything, and then know Brahman, Atman, as you yourself are Atman. So the thing is, here, very important point is Taittiriya Upanishad Bhashyapi Tasmad Avidya Kama Karmopadana Hetu Nivruttau. So Tasmad Avidya Kama Karmopadana Hetu Nivruttau. That means when they lose all the ignorance, desires, actions, and even the reasons for all of them, what caused their avidya, what caused their desires, what caused their actions, when everything is lost. Swatmani avasthanam, being there in their own self, that is moksha. That is the Advaita view. Swayam cha atma brahma. So you, that is, he himself or the aspirant himself is Brahma. Tad vijnanat avidya nivrittihi iti. So once that person knows, avidya is completely lost. Ato brahma vidyartha Upanishad arabhyate. So Brahma Vidya, once avidya is lost, then only the desires are lost. The three ishanas, putra ishana, Vitteshana, Lokeshana, all these three Ishanas or desires are completely got rid of. Then Brahma Vidya is started. So Upanishad or Vedanta is only for those people who can give up all those things. Upanishad iti vidya uchyate tat sevinam garbha jarma jara nishatanath. That means Upanishad is vidya uchyate, that is vidya. And what is the value of Upanishad? It will end. Somebody is getting into another womb or getting birth or getting old age, and all these things are destroyed. The cycle of births and deaths are destroyed. Tad avasanatva, that means that will end. Brahmano va nigamayatritvat upanishannam va asyam pare asyam param shayaha iti tadarthatvat granthasya Upanishad. So why is this new this text called Upanishad? Brahmano va nigamayatritvat. It will take you to Brahman. Upanishannam va asyam. So you go close to Brahman. Upanishannam means you sit close to Brahman. Va asyam param shreyaha. So that is the highest good. And because of this, because that is the meaning, so that is why Upanishad is the one to be studied. So this is the Advaita view. Then now we are starting a new, so far we have finished. Now we are starting this new paragraph. This paragraph is about the view of Bhartru Prapancha. And very strange thing is, whatever they talk about in the second paragraph, that is about the view of Bhartru Prapancha. Here the author, E.R.P.S. Swami, has said that is same. Whatever Bhartru Prapancha thought, Shankaracharya has a very similar view regarding this. So that is the strange thing. He says that how Bhartru Prapancha and Shankaracharya did not disagree in certain aspects. What are those aspects? Here. Ayamartaha Savishesha Brahma Parinama Advaitinaha Brhadaranyaka Vyakhyato Prachinasya Bhartru Prapanchasya na sammataha. So what was said here earlier as Advaita view was not in agreement with Bhartru Prapancha's view. Bhartru Prapancha is known as the Jarad Advaiti, that is older Advaitin. 1 second, somebody I got. Swami, could you please share more info about Bhartru Prapancha timeline? Not much I know. Bhartru Prapancha was probably definitely prior to Shankaracharya. He was known as the Jarad Advaiti or the older Advaitin. That's what we know. If I find more information about timeline of Bhartru Prapancha, I will let you know. Even if you Google Bhartru Prapancha, I'm almost sure you will find some information about his timeline in Wikipedia or something that you can check. So what Bhartru Prapancha says is, Bhartru Prapancha denies what Advaita view is here, right? Visheshanam hi avishesha ekata nama yatha samudre samudrorminam iti taduktehe. This is the words of Bhartru Prapancha. But however, we don't have the textbooks written by Bhartru Prapancha anymore. Probably that they're all lost. What Bhartru Prapancha says is, Visheshanam hi, all the attributes are yin and ocean, avishesha ekata. They're all in one, which does not have attributes. So Brahman is the one which does not have attributes, but all other attributes are all pretty much contained in Brahman, which does not have attributes. Look at how the way he takes it. Yatha samudre samudrormina. Look at the ocean. Suppose the ocean is still and there is nothing happening to the ocean. There are no waves, no foam. Nothing is happening. It's completely still. That is taken as attributeless in a way. You can don't argue, oh, ocean is water, water has salt, they are attributes. Don't take it that way. But that is not differentiated at this point. That is, the ocean is not broken into waves and foams and other things like that, right? The ocean is still. But once the same ocean is the wave, the same ocean is the foam and bubbles. So one takes up both the states of attributeless and with attributes. When creation occurs, all the names and forms occur, like the foam, foam and bubbles and all. But before creation, it's one. So samudravat nrityati cha pratyavastham vibhustitah. Pratyavastham means in every phase, like the samudra, like the ocean, it dances. Vibhustitah, it's everywhere, it dances. So these are all analogies to Atman. The same Atman undergoes plurality and oneness. The same ocean. Evam द्वैतस्य सत्यत्वे कर्मकाण्डस्य मानता. एवं द्वैतस्य सत्यत्वे कर्मकाण्डस्य मानता. So what Bhartra Prapancha says is, look, the duality or Dvaita is also true. Only when duality is true, the Karma Kanda has value. Karma Kanda is the Yajna Yagadis and all this thing. The Purva Mimamsa has value. Ananta Purushartha Aptirishyate Karma Kandataha. What is the purpose of Karma Kanda? In Karma Kanda, what Vedas are saying is, look, even to make money, you don't have to go other than the Vedas. I will tell you, what do you call, in the Pratyaksha Pramana, whatever, obviously Karmakanda does not talk about artificial intelligence using which you can make money, you can get a job in Google or Microsoft and make money. That's not what the purpose of Veda's Karmakanda is. What Karmakanda talks about is that which is beyond your senses, like that which cannot be obtained by your pratyaksha and anumana, or direct perception and inference, something beyond your senses. So even like there is a famine and you need water. So what do you call? There may be a yajna saying that, okay, let me have rain and plenty of food. That may be, there is an yajna for it. Or there is an yajna for, we don't have children, we need children. Putra kamo yajeta. So those are something beyond. Not only that, swarga kamo yajeta. That means go to Indraloka, I need to go to Indraloka, then for that you do a yajna. So in yajna, there are different kinds of yajna which are beyond the means of ordinary intelligence or scientific intelligence. That's what is the purpose of karma kanda. Ananta Purushartha Praptirishyate. That means there are different goals which can be attained by Karma Kanda. It could be Dharma, Artha, Kama. Fine. Desires, wealth, and Dharma of different kinds. So it is fine. But there should be some value given to the Karma Kanda. Yada tu kalpitam dvaitam advaitam paramartataha. But this is where Bhartri Prapancha disagrees. If you say Yadatu, if you say Kalpitam Dvaitam, all duality is imagined. Advaitam Paramarthataha, but it's truly only Advaita. So I think, 1 second, let me. It may be better if, 1 second, just a second. So better to have the video on. So here, Dvaitasya Ananta Purusha, Yada tu Kalpitam Dvaitam Advaitam Paramartataha, if you say duality is all superimposed, imagined. Advaita is the Paramartha, that truth is only one. And all these things are untrue and superimposed because of some illusion or ignorance, avidya. Uchchinnam, then what happens? Uchchinnam karma kandasya pramanyah vishayadrite. Then there goes the whole value of karma kanda. The very testimony of karma kanda, purpose of karma kanda is destroyed because there is no value there. Everything is superimposed. We have to deny anything which is plural, anything which is multiple. So the what do you call the desires, the purushartha, that is the goals, and all the yajna agadi, whatever people do, all the actions, they are imaginary. They're not even finally real. Ekadeshasya cha amatve, Vedasya apramanata. So Vedas deal with both karma kanda and jnana kanda. That is acceptable, right? So Vedas deals with two different topics. But one portion of the Vedas is apramanata. There is no real value for that because anyway they're talking about illusory things. The other portion of it talks about Brahma. That is how one person can do Shama, Dama, and mind control and all those things. And finally understand Brahman and realize Brahman. So one thing has value. That is, it is true. The other portion talks about imaginary, kalpita, which is totally illusory things. Sarvanasho bhave devam sarva pramanya hetataha. If you say this, it will become destruction because the very Vedas are not believable. The whole gamut portion of it's just like this. Sometimes he says lies, sometimes he's truthful. If you say that, that person is not believable, right? Similarly, Vedas becomes not valid testimony. Paramarthyam kvachit shastram kvachit cha api anrutadam. So some portion of Shastra is important, is absolute true. The other one talks about illusory things. Vidhadat manatam jahyat paraspara virodataha. There is mutual contradiction, and the whole text of Vedas will lose its value to humanity. Iti Sureshwaracharya. This was said by Sureshwaracharya in the Brihadaranya Vartika when he was trying to explain the view of Bhartri Prapancha. So Sureshwara was not ignorant of what the older Advaiti said. That is, the Bhartri Prapancha said. And Sureshwara is supposed to be the. There is things about who exactly was Sureshwara, whether he was Mandana Mishra or not. I don't think people say he was not really Mandana Mishra. Sureshwara was separate. Ataha Bhartri Prapancha karma brahmano ubayoha satyatam abhipraiti. In the Bhartri Prapancha says, look, to avoid this problem, we have to say that karma kanda and brahmana kanda or jnana kanda are both are true. Evameva Bhaskaraha. Similarly, Bhaskaracharya, Yadav Prakasha, cha iti ubhau savishesha brahma parinama advaitinau siddhanta etaha. So these are the views of the savishesha, means that which has attributes, Brahma. So Brahman has attributes, and Brahman undergoes change, parinama, into the variety of this universe. So Brahman transforms, and that is the Siddhanta of the Savishesha Brahmavada. Savishesha is, that is the school of Bhartri Prapancha, the school of Yadav Prakasha and Bhaskara. There are differences between these schools. There are some differences, but fundamentally they agree there is one Brahman who is true, and he transforms himself into multiple, all this universe of variety, and that's also true. So for this paragraph, is it clear?
Is this what you were mentioning a few lectures ago about Viparita Parinama? There is a meaning for how they define.
You mean
Vivarta word is defined as Viparita Parinama by older.
That is different. Viparita Parinama is the later understanding of Vivarta, which is not understood, which is not exactly understood by the Advaitins like that. Advaitins think that Vivarta is superimposition. But the same word Vivarta was used by earlier people in the sense of Viparita Parinama. So actually, Viparita Parinama is the correct understanding of Vivarta. Truly. But Advaitins don't agree with it. Advaitins use this illusion theory, Maya theory, their view of Maya theory. So here, Viparita Parinama, yes, Brahman who is all perfect now changes into a very different universe. We can talk about, but the thing is, there the context is different. There was a earlier philosopher or somewhere. He mentions Viparita Parinama as the meaning of Vivarta. The word Vivarta there in that Satyanveshana text, the word Vivarta is explained. How did the word Vivarta come? Vivarta did not come with the view of superimposition earlier. Earlier it came as Parinama only. That is the idea in that textbook. We will deal with that separately. Here, the idea is different. There was an earlier Advaiti called Bhartr Prapancha prior to Shankaracharya, and that Bhartr Prapancha had a view of Savishesha Parinamavada, Brahma Savishesha Parinamavada. Brahman has attributes and Brahman undergoes changes. Brahman undergoes actual changes. That is Parinama. That is the idea. Any other question? Hope this is clear. Do you understand why accepting one portion of the Vedas refers to total illusion and one portion refers to the Brahma Vidya? That doesn't work very well. Do you understand that point?
Yes.
Okay. Here, Atmava idameva idam ekameva agra asit iti Aitareya Upanishad Shankara Bhashya. So this is the first sentence of Aitareya Upanishad. Atmava idam eka eva agra asit. There was only Atman in the beginning. This is the Aitareya Upanishad. And Shankara Bhashya says, Yaduktam nama rupa karma bheda binnam jagat. So what was said as differentiated into names and forms and actions and all these differences, this one, jagat, that is the universe, atmaiva eko agre jagataha srishtehe pragasit. So this world of differences, universe of differences existed earlier as only one, as Atman, before the Shrishti or before creation. Shankaracharya's words, these are all Shankaracharya's words. Kimna idanim sa eva ekaha. Do you think that there is now after the creation there is not one? Even now it is one only, Atma only. Na katam tarhi asid ityuchate. Why is it said earlier it was? So if it is one now, one in the beginning, why it is said that one was in the early it was one and now it is not in some way? Now also it's one only, Atma is one only. Yadyapi idanim sa eva ekaha. Even now he is only one. Tathapi asti visheshaha. Even then there is a difference. There is something special. Before creation and after creation, there is some change. What is that? Pragutpattehe, before creation, avyakrita nama rupa bhedam atma bhutam atmaika shabda pratyaya gocharam. So before creation, avyakrita, undifferentiated. There were no names and forms. They were all undifferentiated. It was known only Atma, Atma Bhutam. It was Atma only. Atmaika Shabda Pratyaya Gocharam. It was known by the term only Atma. Jagadidani, that Jagat, was known by the term Atma only, where there were no differentiations of names and forms. But now, Idanim, now, Vyakrita, differentiated names, forms are there. Aneka Shabda. So now the world can be known through denoted. The world can be denoted with multiple words. So the world, you can say it's a tree, you can say it's a mountain, anything, many words can be used to refer to the world. Initially, only the Atma Shabda was denoting the universe in the form of Atma only. There was no differentiation. Pratyaya Gocharam, Atmaika Shabda Pratyaya Gocharancha iti Visheshaha. Now, this universe can be known through the word only, Atma only, at one hand, but also through different words, differentiated different words. So both variety of words refer to this one Atma, that is Jagat. And also here, only one Atma word can refer to this universe also. Yatha Salilat Prathak, he gives an analogy to explain this. How before Salilat Prathak, other than the water, Fena, Nama, Rupa, that is foam and other things, there are names. Those kind of separation or classification, Rupa Vyakaranat Prak, before the classification of foam, bubbles and all, that was known by the word Salila. Salila is water. Salila Aika Shabda Pratyaya Gocharameva. So it was known only by the word water. Fenam Yada Salilat Prathak Ramarupa Bhedena Vyakrite Bhavati. Once the foam and others separate out from water, Tada Salilam Fenam Cha it Aneka Shabda Pratyaya Bhag Salilam Evaiti. Then you know this universe, that is this ocean, can be known as still water only. So the water can be applied to the ocean even if it is broken up into waves and all. But also the other terms like foam also refers to water. Bubbles refer to water. So there are different names, including the name Salila or water. So ocean is water, made of water. Eka Shabda Pratyaya Bhakcha Fenam Bhavati Tatvat. So similarly, before creation, there was only one term, Atma, used for this whole, everything including, right? But once the creation occurs, you can have different terms to explain. Oh, this is Atman. Also, this is Jagat with so much of variety. Look at how here he does not bring the idea of illusory multiplicity. He only says that prior there was only one term. Now there are different terms, including Atman, for this universe. Tadvat ityatra bharta prapancha sammata arthasya Shankaracharya pratipadanat.
Artasyaiva.
Artasyaiva, I think it is. Artasyaiva Shankaracharya pratipadanat. So whatever Bharata Prapancha had said, the same meaning is justified by Shankaracharya. So look at how this A.R.P.S. Swami has referred back from Shankara Bhashya of Aitareya Upanishad, the first sentence of Aitareya Upanishad. This tallies very well with Bharata Prapancha's explanation of Parinamadvaita. Here is problem 3. The page 3 is not very clear here. What I will do is I'll stop share and I'll send you the particular thing. I'll open up that. I don't know know where I kept it. I thought I kept it somewhere. I sent it in a sheet.
Swami, is the point then that even Shankaracharya wanted to talk about Parinamavada and not Vivarta? Is that what Swami is making the point here?
So far.
Okay.
See, obviously Shankaracharya changes his tune completely. See, at a particular point, he accepts Parinamavada. At a particular point. Later on, everything is Vivarta for him. Later on, everything is illusory for him.
Oh, okay, Swami. Okay.
Okay, just a second. So let me see if, oh my God, we have to do something about it. Hold on a second. One second, there's some error here. I think, I don't know why it's save as. Oh, okay, here it is. Now, can you see this text? The page here, page 3.
Yes, Swami.
Okay, this is a better copy. स ईक्षता लोकान् iti sa iman lokan asrujata. So in the Aitareya Upanishad, the first one was Atma va idamekaveva asit or something like that, right? What was that? We just, it's in the previous page, the beginning. That is only Atma existed in the beginning. Now, sa ikshata lokannu srajayiti, sa iman lokan asrajata. The same Aitareya Upanishad continues, says, he saw and he created these universes, lokan, different lokas. So he initially he thought he should create these lokas. Then he created these lokas. Iti etat Shankara Bhashye. For this, Shankara Bhashya runs this way. Nanu sopadanas takshadihi prasadadine srijati iti yuktam nirupadanastvatma katham lokan srijati iti naisha doshaha. See, he says that initially Atma only existed. Then he thought he would create the universe of different worlds, the different lokas. And he created these different lokas. That is the sentence of Aitareya Upanishad. Iti etat Shankara Bhashye. He says that, okay, like sopadanas takshati. Upadana means materials. Taksha is a builder, like a worker, like a mechanic or a builder of houses. What does he do? He has tools. So with different tools, what materials, tools and all, he builds prasada. Prasadas adine means like buildings with floors, like 10-floor building, 3-floor building kind of thing. Srijati, iti yuktam. So that sounds reasonable that a construction worker using different materials builds buildings. Nirupadanastu Atma. Atma is only one. It does not have different materials. Katham lokan srijatiti. How can this Atma create different lokas? Naisha doshaha. That is not a problem. Salila fena staniye Atmabhute Namarupe Avyakrite Atmaika Shabdavachye व्याकृतफेन स्थानीयस्य जगतः उपादानभूते संभवतः तस्मात् आत्मभूत नाम रूप उपादानभूत सन् सर्वज्ञो जगन्निर्मिमीते इति अविरुद्धम् इत्यत्रापि पूर्वोक्त एव अर्थो अभिहितः. Oh, very nice. See, Shankaracharya's words itself says, look, how can Atma without any tools, any differences, create this universe of differences? Like how a construction worker builds huge buildings. So in the Salila Fena Staniye Atmabhute, so the thing is in the form of water, and also the differences. It was originally Atma, and there the names and forms were undifferentiated, and it was known by only the one word Atma. That became differentiated into foam, water, and different other things, which is the stage of Jagat or universe. Upadana bhute sambhavataha. That means the one Atma which differentiates into different things, like how the one water differentiates into foam and waves. The one water can be the material cause of this universe. Similarly, the one Atma can be the cause of the material cause of this universe. Tasmad Atma bhuta namarupa upadana bhuta sanne sarvajnaha. So who is this Atma? He is the Sarvajna, all knowledge. He has all the knowledge. Why he is Sarvajna? Because he has to create everything in this universe the way it is working, right? The sun, moon, stars, black holes, all the different planets, their rotations. So much of regularity is wonderful of this universe. Everything he has to know. So he has to be Sarvajna. Jagan Nirmimite iti aviruddham. So there is no problem with this. Ityatrapi purvakta eva artho abhitah. Even in this sentence, Shankaracharya justifies the Bhartru Prapancha view as explained in the last paragraph. Athava yaya vijnanavan mayavi nirupadana atmanameva atmantaratvena akashena gachantam iva nirmimite. See, he gives an option. In Shankara Bhashya now, he gives an option. The first option is he is a Sarvajna, Sarvashakta, Brahma, Ishvara. He creates this wonderful universe because he has all the powers. That is one way of looking at it. Athava, or else we can say Vijnana Van Mayavi. He's a Mayavi. He's a magician. Without anything, he projects without any material causes. He projects just like how in the he talks about a magic where I don't know how this is. A single magician, what he does is he projects himself to the sky as if he is walking in the sky. He projects his own image maybe on the sky and he makes that image walk. Maybe at that time, some people were doing magic like this. So there was no tools. Apparently, there may be some tools, but the thing is, there's no tool. The ordinary public does not see any tools. That magician, projects himself as somebody else going there in the sky. Gacchantamiva nirmimite tatha sarvajño devaha sarvashaktihi mahamaya atmanameva atma antaratvena jagat rupena nirmimite iti yuktataram. Here he says that, look, yuktataram. Look, first option doesn't seem to be the best option. The better option is Sarvajño Devaha, Sarvashakti, the all-powerful, all-knowledgeable. He will transform himself into a different form of Jagat. So Jagat is different from his true form. Jagat Rupena Nirmimita iti Yuktataram. This is a better option. Evamcha. That means the universe is different from Atman. By his magic, he can do that. That is the idea there. Evam cha sati karya karanoho ubhaya asad ubhaya asadvadi adi pakshascha na prasajyante sunirakrtascha bhavanti ityuktirapi na ghatate. 1 second.
Can I tell?
Yeah, tell me.
Karya karana ubhaya asatvat.
Correct.
Karya karana
ubhaya asadvadyadi pakshascha na prasajyante sunirakrtascha bhavanti ityuktirapi na ghatate. This ityuktirapi na ghatate is what we need to understand. Why don't we come to the sentence a little bit further? We know what he is trying to say here. So the thing is, this is here, ARPS Swami is starting to talk from this Evamcha. That is what we need to validate. We can validate by looking at the next sentence. Roughly, what does this mean? Karya karana evamcha sati, if this is so, karya karana ubhaya asadvadyadi paksha. See, karya karana is there. Karya is effect, karana is the cause. Ubhaya asadvadyadi paksha. Both don't exist. Ubhaya asatvadi, right? Both do not exist. These are views. Those kind of views are na prasajyante. This is not justifiable. So nirakrtascha bhavanti. They become refuted. This is the idea of Shankara Bhashya, which that is why he puts it in quote. Ityuktirapi na ghatate. This doesn't look justified. This sentence of Shankara Bhashya does not seem to be right, is what ARPS Swami is saying here. But we will validate. See, this is why we are studying together. Not that I know everything in this textbook. I'm trying to learn, and I've already covered this with Parthan Swami earlier. I'm not completely remembering it now. That's all. Atmani. Let us keep it this way here. We'll go further and figure it out what exactly the meaning is. Atma anya samanyasya mityatvena mayavi samasattaka sadhanavat atra sadhana asambhavena itham artha asambhavat. Okay, here important thing. What roughly ARPS Swami is saying is, look, even in the case of a Mayavi, he has some tools, which is as real as Mayavi. Without any tools, he doesn't come and start performing magic. There are some tools at the same level of reality as Mayavi. Samasattaka. Mayavi samasattaka sadhanavat. Atra sadhana asambhavena ittam artam asambhavat. But there are no real tools other than Atman. Atman does not have a second tool. Atma anya samanyasya mityatvena. Anything other than Atma is mithya. It is non-existence from the perspective of Atman. There is nothing which is true like Atman. So he does not have tools which are real, which is other than Atma.
Yes, that is the correct
Vivarana.
explanation. Yes, what
Any-
you said is correct. That explanation.
What did you say?
What you said, the meaning of those sentences, it's very correct, I said.
Oh, okay. Vivarana upanyasta maya avidya
Vibhaga.
maya vidya vibhaga vadi jaradadvaiti mate mantra aushadadehe satyasya माया पदार्थत्व अंगीकारेण एतदर्थस्यैव युक्तत्वस्य भगवता एव स्थापनात्. Okay, here there is a little bit of understanding we need to do. Vivarana, this word Vivarana, Upanyasta, Maya, Avidya, Vibhaga, Vadi, Jarad, Advaiti Mate. So in the Vivarana school or something, Vivarana Upanyasta means there is probably a Vivarana Kara after Shankaracharya, and that is what this refers to. Vivarana Upanyasta Maya, what he says in his work is this: the Jaradadvaiti Mate means Bharata Prapancha's view. In the Bharata Prapancha view, as explained by the Vivarana Kara, Maya, Avidya, Vibhagavadi. So Maya and Avidya, the separation is explained by the Jaradadvaiti. And this is explained in the Vivarana school. There, they accept a mantra, aushada dehe satyasyaiva. So the magician comes with some kind of a mantra or some kind of a aushada or some medicines or chemicals or something like that. And then he creates this magic. So that is known as Maya Padarthatva Angikarena. So there is a real material other than the magician which is used in the magic. And the Maya Pada, the word Maya refers to those materials. Angikarena etadattasyaiva yuktatvasya bhagavata eva sthapanat. So even Shankaracharya seems to agree so far that there is some kind of a some kind of a real Maya. So the Maya then becomes a Savishesha Brahmavada, right? So if Maya is taken as real and if Maya is taken as the power of the Lord, that becomes like Vishishtadvaita. So he is, let's see what this whole sentence says. Shukti Rajata Drishtantaha Shrutishu Upadana Prakarane Kwapina Uktaha. This is R.P.S. Swami saying, look, the shell silver illusion or the rope snake illusion, at least the shell silver illusion is never said in the Vedas. In the sections where the Vedas talk about the material causality of the world, of the universe. Tatra Shuktri avachinna chit vivartopadanam paramate. So in the paramata means in Advaita Mata, later on the Advaita explanation, the Shukti is the shell, the consciousness limited by shell. So avachinna chit is consciousness. Shukti avachinna chit means the consciousness delimited by shell. Vivarta upadanam paramate. So the thing is, that is vivarta upadanam. The consciousness is the upadana, material cause, which is actually projected. So all these things are projected. Shuktavachinam chit means whatever you see as the shell today in the universe is actually Brahman only, consciousness only, but that is appearing as consciousness. So Shukti is just an appearance of consciousness. paramate ayamartaha na kasyachit sammataha ato ayamapi drishtanto na ghatate. So this particular example of Shukti and appearance of Rajata and all these things, they are not in the Shruti and they are just inserted, and that is not acceptable to anybody. Ataha ayamapi drishtanto na ghatate. This example is not valid. So here we need some more studies to understand what is Vivarana Upanyasta means. Vivarana Upanyasta, according to what we understand, is there are two schools of Advaita, Vivarana school and Bhamati school. So in Bhamati school, maybe there is a different explanation. Vivarana school may have this explanation that universe is a superimposition, is an illusory superimposition. It's just an appearance of this Brahman. And Brahman has nothing to do. Everything is Maya. This kind of a view is not justifiable, because even if the analogy of Shukti Rajata is taken, that shell silver illusion is not even mentioned in the Upanishads. So why are you bringing this? So this Vivartopadana is illusory appearance, is the Vivartopadana. That is how he is not used. He is not using the word Vivarta as extreme transformation. Aditya ji, you need to understand. Vivarta here is not what KSV Swami mentions as extreme transformation. Vivarta is taken in the Advaita only in the sense of illusory transformation, illusory appearance only. Vivarta is appearance. Atra Shukti avachinna chit vivarta upadanam paramate. So the consciousness which is projecting the shell and all the variety in this universe. Shell stands for any variety in this universe. It could be a mountain, it could be anything here. Animals, human beings, anything here. All of us are only, it is a appearance. That is the vivarta of the upadanam is only consciousness. Chit is the upadanam there. Paramate. Ayamartas na kasyachit sammataha to ayamapi drishtanto na ghatate. This analogy is not valid. And this view is not acceptable, because even Shankaracharya earlier has a different opinion here. See, this is how ARPS understands here, right? We need to understand clearly the Vivarana school and Bhamati school, and why some more research is necessary to understand this paragraph. Do you agree?
Yes, truly. Correct.
Yeah. So we can do that eventually. So we need to note down that what is the Vivarana school? We need to go think about it. What is the Bhamati school?
We have to understand Vivarana and then the other school also, Bhamati.
What is it?
Bhamati and Vivarana school we have to understand before to understand this particular thing.
True. What I heard vaguely from our Vadyar KSV Swami is Vivarana school seems to be influenced by the Buddhism, which is non-Vedic. Buddhism doesn't follow Vedas. So this Vivarana school of Advaita seems to be influenced by Buddhism. That is the view of KSV Swami. And Bhamati seems to be more Vaidika school of Advaita. But unfortunately, let me ask you a question. Today, among all the Advaitas, how many more people believe in Vivarta school or Vivarana school or Bhamati school? Any answers? Any guesses? Today's Advaita. If you put all the Advaitas together today as one whole, maybe 100 million people, something like that. Out of 100 million Advaitis today, do more people agree Vivarana school or Bhamati school? Any idea?
I think Bhamati.
Who said this?
Vivarana.
Who said
I
this?
believe Vivarana.
Only guessed.
I need to see this. I need to see who says what here. Important.
Yeah, I said Bhamati. Cause many people like they are on based of doing some kind of karma kandas or yagas all there, and they are
Oh, in that way you are saying it
going
is
to
Bhamati.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Then who said Vivarana? Prashant, right? Prashant ji? Who said Vivarana? Okay, I don't know. Somebody said
Most of the
Vivarana.
Advaita,
What
most of
did
the
you say?
matas, most of the matas they go with the Vivarana view.
Ah, actually, Prashant ji, you are right. If you take assume that if there are 100 million Advaitis today, 75-80% of them believe in Vivarana school, not Bhamati school. But for some strange reason, in general, Advaitis follow Karma Kanda better than even Vishishta Advaitis. Advaitis follow Vedic Veda studies, Krama Pata, Jaga Pata, Ghana Pata, and do so many different Vedika karmas, Yajna Yagadis. They do better than any other system of thought today. But the school-wise, you're right. Most Advaita mathas and their followers follow Vivarana school. In fact, openly, even I remember Swami Chinmayananda openly stating that they all follow Vivarana school. Somewhere I remember. And even on the internet, one of my friends, Sudhanshu Shekharji, whom I recently met means over internet I communicated. He said that I like Vivarana school because Vivarana answers most of my questions in Advaita. So he's an Advaitin, but he says Vivarana is preferable to him. So I feel there is a lot of preference to Vivarana school.
One of the English authors also says that Vivarana school is close to what Shankaracharya thought. I don't know whether it is.
Who said that? Who said that?
I will send you that photo of that page in the book. It is by an English
Please send
author.
it. Please send it. And it's nice to know because we understand what is the current theories of Advaita and what is the current beliefs of Advaita. Because KSV Swami clearly said Vivarana school is influenced by Buddhism. That is obviously that is the view of many of the later non-Advaitis. Advaitis, see, if you ask Mani Dravida Shastri, who is one of the most celebrated Advaita Panditas of today, right? Who are living among living people. He says there is no difference for us whether I accept Vivarana school or Bhamati school. It doesn't make any difference to us. And I want to find out why later. Okay, I have not done enough research on this Bhamati and Vivarana schools. So he promises everybody that don't worry about this. Other people are talking about our differences. The differences hardly matter for Advaitis. But KSV Swami says that Bhamati school refers to more Vaidika view, but Vivarana is influenced by Buddhism. This is something of future thought. I don't think I understand this very well to even explain to you.
But one of my relatives, he was my direct uncle in relation. So he used to say he was Sachidanandendra Saraswati's student, and he used to say that we don't follow either Bhamati or Vivarana. And I don't know whether I couldn't get much of information. He has already passed away.
No. You're taking a different turn here. See, Sachidanandendra Swami talked about Mula Vidya and all those things, right? So Sachidananda Swami is the third category in Advaita. He says, why are these Bhamati schools and Vivarana schools fighting about it? When the Mula Vidya itself is not clear in Shankara Bhashya. So there is no concept of Mula Vidya. This Mula Vidya is just made up later by the Bhamati and Vivarana schools. So Sachidananda Swami goes back and says the true Shankara Advaita is different from the schools followed by Vivarana and the Bhamati schools. Do you understand?
I also
Yeah,
feel like that.
Yes.
I feel like that.
Because the Sachidananda Swami is a very new category. And if you go to Sringeri Swami or anybody and say Sachidananda Swami said this and this, they will not agree with Sachidananda Swami.
Yeah, most of
Any
the
of this matas,
matas do not agree. Yeah,
they
most
don't
of them
agree
do
with
not
Sachidananda. See, I like Sachidananda Swami for a different reason. He has written wonderful books which I follow. And Kannada, in Kannada, it is very easy to understand Sachidananda Swami's Shankara Bhashyas. So I like him a lot. But the other schools of Advaita don't consider him important. He said, he just said something.
So
That is also some homework.
Padmapadacharya and Vachaspati Mishra. These were the two leaders of the school, Vivarna school and Bhamati school. And one of them believe in Pratibimba, the counter image, and the other one believe in Avacheda, the limitation.
That's true. Avachedavada, Jiva Ajna, you're also right. Yeah. One is more Pratibimbavada is Vivarna school. Avachedavada is Bhamati school, I think. See, we need to make a table. We need to make a table as what is Bhamati school, what is Vivarna school, how do they differ, who follows what. We need to make some research on it. Many of these papers are there on this. There are a number of papers on the internet you can find, but some things are well arranged and some things are not well arranged. More than anything else, you and I need to understand clearly what does it mean. That's all. Now, go to the next. It is now 7:13. We probably cannot finish this next paragraph now. What we could do is we could stop here and take up the next paragraph in the next class. Tomorrow is our next class, same time 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. We'll pick up this next couple of paragraphs in the tomorrow. So far, are you getting roughly what this is about?
Yes, I can understand.
And I request people who are trying to write up the doc, the Trayyanta notes doc, please look at any references here and go try to figure out any textbooks and stuff like that where you can cut and paste to the notes document. That would be very valuable for us to understand. And as I told you earlier, we could all together write a paper on this Trayyanta Saramrutham and publish it as a book, as a notes book, and give an essence of what Swamiji is talking about. It will be of high value for anybody in this world. And even to the comparative study folks who could be even Advaitis who want to study how the other Acharyas view about Advaita. And that will enhance the value or their own understanding of Advaita. So it's something we need to take it seriously to do further work. Okay? We'll stop here. Asmat Gurubhyar Mahatma Param Gurubhyar Mahatma Sarva Gurubhyar Maha Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Maha Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Parabrahmane Maha Shri Lakshmi Hayavadana Parabrahmane Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you. Namaskaram.